We're live.
Hey, I'm typing
Nice.
into you.
We're
Because I
both
was
like
looking.
we're both like so distracted. Okay, so
I
happy
was like
Friday.
typing a note to you. We're doing a really important talk right now that is one of the biggest reasons we see inflammation in our patients. And so I would say we're going to give solutions for that feeling of you get up in the morning, all your joints are kind of achy. You almost feel like, am I getting the flu? Why am I not moving properly? That could be inflammatory oils in your diet. So this is what we're solving today, fixing the oils you actually put into your body, because it's not very clear out there, right, Hill?
It's super confusing. Like I just did a quick Google search on canola oil and it's like comes up with all the reasons why canola oil is good for your heart. Like
It's heart healthy. No.
it's really confusing. And
Yeah.
even just since we were born in the 70s and canola oil was created in the 70s. And before that, I think people just generally probably use butter and
And
in
tallow,
some
you know,
cultures. I mean, and then I remember when all of a sudden we didn't have butter anymore and we just had
margarine,
margarine.
oleo.
Margarine.
Do you remember oleo? That stuff, our grandparents' generation. So this
And
this
it looked
goes.
like it was in a plastic tub
Yes.
and like it was like fake,
Yeah.
I don't know, like fake,
It
it
was
was fake
vegetable
butter.
oils. It was vegetable oils. And
Yeah.
that makes sense to people that they thought cholesterol is bad for you. Let's go to vegetable oils. Let's do no fat, low fat foods. So this whole problem that there are fats that are really good for you. We spend a lot of time talking to our patients about this. But if I said to you, Hillary, that you should be avoiding these seed oils, you would not think, oh, that sounds in any way menacing like a seed oil, right? You would think seed oil, seeds are good for me. I'm going to have seed oil. And that is the problem here, is that it sounds like it might be good for us. And it's totally true that what they are is polyunsaturated omega-6 oils. They are from nuts and seeds and natural from vegetables. We get these oils, we highly process them, and we present them as an oil in a bottle that is easily oxidized. There's no antioxidant protection in there, or not enough of it. And so they go rancid sort of easily, these oils. And I can tell you right now, I've definitely smelled sesame oil at my house, and sunflower oil and safflower oil that smells a little off. That's probably because it went rancid. And although we need omega-6 oils for our body to do proper inflammation, we need them in small quantities. We're advocating for get your nuts and seeds from your actual foods and cook and make your marinades and salad dressings with different oils, because those oils have been proven to be pro-inflammatory at this point. We know it. We have the science. We have to get these out of people's cabinets, right, Hillary?
It's just what created the fattening and the inflammation of America. It got us away from whole foods and into extremely highly refined processed foods. They went into every, like from Wesson cooking oil, where you look and be like, wow, somebody's frying with like these gross oils. Like, that intuitively that looks wrong and gross. But what happened is they went into every single processed food. So like even in organic snacks, almost all organic chips, all organic crackers, they have some amount of these seed oils. They're cheap. They work in refined foods. Yeah, like a lot of the alternative nut milks and a lot of most salad dressings. They're just everywhere in, processed foods. And when you go into other countries, their grocery stores, now they mimic us in a lot of places. When I moved to Spain, there wasn't Costco. There wasn't like, they had a big grocery store, but like their grocery stores are generally smaller. There's not as many things. They eat anchovies, they eat sardines, they have meats, they have fish, they have fruit and vegetables. They have a lot of ham, a lot of jamon, but there's not tons of olive oil. There's not as many processed foods. Now they're following our food system. And so then you're seeing an increase in obesity in places where they never really had obesity, because processed food, soda, all these things come into play. But like it's one of those things that it's just slipped in to the health.
Mhm.
It
Mhm.
started out as a health food, seed oils, canola oil, safflower oil, sunflower oil, and and then in the 70s and 80s, like that became the staple for being heart healthy. And we were having like crazy amounts of heart disease, and still do. Like we've been lowering cholesterol and managing people's cholesterol and still having a lot of inflammation and heart disease. And so
Right.
this is a huge issue. And
Mhm.
it's just that it pervasively sneaks into all the snacks.
Absolutely. And what we're really advocating for and what we know from the data, we are not making this up. This is totally real. This is one of the bases of why the Mediterranean diet has been shown to be the most anti-inflammatory diet, the most heart healthy diet, the best diet for us and our hormone health, etc. It's high in monounsaturated fats because they use olive oil. So there are only two oils you need to have at your house: a really good extra virgin olive oil, really, really nice olive oil, and an avocado oil for high heat cooking. If you're sauteing, if you're going to be roasting your vegetables, high heat does not work for olive oil. So those monounsaturated fats are really healthy for us. So we have to just focus on those fats. Now,
And
what
butter,
you
you get to have butter and you can have coconut oil.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think one of the really great things too about looking at how you're going to eat is to recognize. Little while ago, somebody was getting me from my office was getting me a whole food salad, and of course, I'm not having the whole foods whatever dressing comes with any salad at any restaurant. I'm not going to have, because I know they're high in these seed oils and they're going to be pro-inflammatory. Because guess what? These oils are expensive. No restaurant that you're going to is going to have some kind of mixed salad dressing that you can count on, that it's either, an olive oil and avocado oil, something like that. They cut the olive oil at all restaurants. They really do. Olive oil has a very strong flavor too. So a lot of times you're making a dressing that you don't want to actually have taste like olive oil, smell like olive oil. So you want to put something in it to cut that strong olive oil acidity. And some of these seed oils get used in that way. So we have to be really careful. And I will tell you that even at Whole Foods, all the pre-made salad dressings in the bottles, this isn't like the little cup that comes with the salad, in the bottles, the person could not find one that had olive oil alone or avocado oil alone. That it was impossible. Not one salad dressing that was pre-made had it. So that says a lot about what's going on in our world today. How every time people go out to eat and they think they're eating something healthy, even getting the salad, you're getting these seed oils that cause inflammation. And then you wake up the next day, you're like, oh, I feel like I, overdrank alcohol, even though the person never drank alcohol, or I feel like I'm dehydrated, or I feel like I worked out yesterday, or I slept completely wrong. All my joints hurt. What is that? It's about inflammation. So getting rid of those oils is such a huge impact on your health. Huge.
And they're just, so many of us think we're doing well with organic food, dairy substitutes, and they're just hidden in so many foods.
Mhm.
Like, so
Name some of
that's
the
the thing.
foods.
And
Tell
for
us.
kids, like so many of the kids' snacks,
Mhm.
so it's just like anything that's in a box or a bag. They have a long shelf life. They preserve well, and they're not meant to help your body do biochemistry that's anti-inflammatory.
Well, we were just talking before the call started about hummus and how even all the healthy organic hummus like if you look at the recipe they're using on the label, the ingredients, it's saying safflower or sunflower oil in there. And again, hummus traditionally, it's olive oil, right? Olive oil is quite expensive. So they're using these other oils in there and getting away with it. You think you're having a health food, like I'm having hummus with my carrots or whatever, and really you're consuming these oils in any processed food. So it just brings us back to this thing of, you get rid of the processed foods, you get rid of a lot of this, you make your salad dressings and keep them in your refrigerator in glass bottles. They taste better anyway. And you just be really careful about your oils and oil intake. So get your nuts and seeds, get your seed oil from the actually putting nuts and seeds on your foods and having them as snacks, not as oils.
Yes. And
I love
just
that.
check
Yeah.
your labels. Even
Check
if
the
you think
labels.
it's even if you buy it at the most expensive health food store,
Right.
check your
Right.
labels and try like hell to get these things out of your diet. You're gonna find out that you can't really eat that many things in boxes and bags. Like, most of the
Right.
things that you're gonna be able to eat are, like, from the outside of the grocery store aisles, the fruits, vegetables, the meats, the dairies, the, grains, beans, legumes,
Yeah.
and not a lot of processed foods.
Let me just read the list of the things people should look for to avoid here, because these are the
Great.
polyunsaturated omega-6 oils.
Awesome.
Corn oil, safflower oil, sunflower, soybean oil in particular. Soybean oil has been shown in research to increase inflammatory markers in our blood. That's a very clear connection there. We have cottonseed oil. We didn't mention cottonseed oil. That's in a lot of these products too. Peanut, canola, rice bran oil, and we always say no to palm oil, just as an
It's
extra.
really hard, you guys. It's a lot of things,
Mhm,
and you're gonna go through and look at and just be super frustrated with how many things you're eating have these inflammatory fats.
mhm.
And so just bit by bit, try to do less and less and buy less. I'm really shocked at even the things I buy at my gorgeous health food store, right? So
Right, I know. It's too bad because I think people aren't demanding it. We're not saying, "No, we're not buying anything with these anymore." It's just not we haven't communicated it.
yeah.
All
So
right.
just
Thanks,
spend a little time
Hillary.
this weekend looking. Okay, everybody, have a great weekend.
Bye.
Bye.